Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this ruffle bag. And for this project, you're going to need a 5.5 millimeter hook, or a size I hook for the US, a pair of scissors, and you're going to need at least 5 stitch markers. And also, you're going to need 3 different colors of worsted weight yarn. You're going to need at least 3 skeins of this medium color, and you're going to need 1 skein of the dark and 1 skein of the light. My skeins out here in Israel come in 100 grams. So if yours comes in 170 grams, then you're definitely good, because with every purse I try to have enough to also make a matching cell phone bag to put in it, which I'll do a tutorial on this also. But for this one, it's going to be just for the bag. And I've done my bag also with long straps just because I prefer. And I added all 3 colors in the strap, but you don't have to, obviously. So let me show you how to make this bag. For my bag, like I showed you before with showing my ruffle tutorial bag, I didn't like the stretchiness of the other ones. So as you can see, with the single crochets, you don't have those big holes. So it's a more sturdier bag. So what you need to do is grab your medium color, because that's where we're going to be making the main part of the bag. Also, the yarn here, I'll show you, this is what I'm going to be using. They're all 10-ply yarn, which is 4-ply for the US. And I'm going to be making mine with blue. Again, I'm going to be using my medium color to start making the bag with. So grab your medium color that you wish to use. And let's get started. We want to chain 46. And once you've got your 46 chains, you want to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And you want to single crochet in each stitch along your chain. And I'll see you at the end of your chain. Okay, I just got done with my 45 chains along this row. And what you want to do now is pivot your work, turn your work to where you now have the bottom of the single crochets here, or the chains. And you want to single crochet into the same stitch the last round. Sorry for my wounds on my hand. This is the first video you've ever seen. I have something called eczema, so I've got extremely dry skin. So sorry I don't have those well manicured hands as some of these tutorial people have. So just try to ignore it. Anyway, go into this last stitch that you finished of your round, and then you want to come into this next stitch, and either you can work over your tail, or you can move it to the side and use the tapestry needle to work it in. Now you want to, you can see the chain here, 2 little straps or pieces of the yarn. You want to go under both of those and do a single crochet. And on this side, you should also have 45 stitches. For a total of the whole round, you'll end here and then count your stitches. This is your last stitch of the round here. When you get to here, count your stitches. Make sure that you have 90, because that's where you want to stop. So once you got 90 stitches, I will see you back here. I got to the end of my row. I counted my stitches. I have 90. So I'm going to slip stitch in this beginning stitch that we did. And then I'm going to go ahead and place a marker here just so I know this is where my beginning is. So when you come to the end of the row, it may be easy to see as you get farther and farther away. You're going to be glad when you pick it up, you can see right where you left off. Okay, now we want to chain one, and in the same stitch, just slip stitch into, you want to put a single crochet in that same stitch. And then again, you want to work your single crochets all the way around to back up to your marker again, and you'll have 90 stitches. So for round 2 through round 4, you're going to just be doing 90 single crochets around. So I'll see you back here at the end of round 4. Okay, I just got done with round 4. I'm going to slip stitch into my beginning stitch. I'm going to pull up. For round 5, we're going to need to get our markers and start marking where we need to start doing our decreases. So let's start on this end to show you because it's much easier. Fold your bag in half evenly, and then you're going to want to count 7 stitches. Let me get it closer here. Okay, so I've got my bag folded like this, and I want to place my markers 7 stitches within 7 stitches on the corners here. So I have these 2, which count as 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only need 1 more. This one seems to be sticking out a little bit more. So I did find that if you can get the odd, just a single here, then you can just count evenly. So this counts as your 1, then line it up. Then we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know your 7th stitch is this single one on the end here. So we got 2, 4, 6. I put my hook through both of those. I'll get my first marker, and I'm going to pull it through the first stitch, just like that, leaving the other one still on my hook. Grab another marker, and then mark this side as well. Just like that. You need to do the same for the other side. I know it's a little bit more difficult to see. What I usually do is this stitch that I just slip stitched into, I'll hold it here on the end as my first, and then I'll count over like I did the other one. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. This slip stitch one on the end is going to be my 7th. Again, attach your marker into this first one. Then attach your 4th marker to this stitch. Now, every time that you come up, okay, let's start off. We slip stitched here. You want to chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch, and then you want to single crochet until you have 1 stitch before the marker. When you're working away from the corner, then you want to have one stitch before. And when you're coming up to a marker on the corner, then you want to start at your marker and then the one after. You want to do your decreases somewhere, sorry. You want to do your decreases within this space. So, since we're heading away, we want to do a single crochet decrease, and then going in through the place we stuck our marker, and then you want to pull through all 3 loops. That's going to be your first decrease. I'm going to move your marker out of the way, going into the next stitch here. You want to single crochet in every stitch until you get to your marker again. And like I said, going into this corner, you want to start at your marker, so you'll start doing your decrease in this stitch and then finishing it in this one, and then single crochet around until you get 1 stitch before the marker. Start your decrease here and end it where your marker is, and then you just continue single crochet all the way around till you get back up to your marker. And again, since you're working into the corner, you'll be starting here, do your decrease using these 2 stitches, and then slip stitch again to the beginning of the round like you did, to end the round like you do every round. And you should have 86 stitches at the end of round 5. Just got done with round 5. Now I'm going to slip stitch to finish my round, pull up. Now for round 6, we're going to be marking our stitches again. I'm going to start in this opposite corner again just because it makes it easier. I'm going to remove my markers on this side. Again, I'm going to line up as best as I can. Like I said, it's always best if you can get just a single one in the corner, but that's not always going to be the case. And in this case, it looks like that's the way it's going to be, the way it folds. It's going to be 2 here. So we're going to need to mark over 9 stitches. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And then when I get to 8 and I know I need to grab one more, I'll usually see which way it's pulling more. Like this one seems to be a little farther away on the bag than this one. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and go into this one that's not pulling as much to pull it back here. And the reason why I'm pulling it back here is because this is where my 8 ended when I went 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is going to add my 9th. So now when I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get my markers again. And do it however you wish. Whichever way, just make sure you mark between them. Should be 9 stitches. Going through the second marker here. Now you need to do the other end also. Mark 9 stitches. Okay, even it out as best you can. My end of my row is kind of moving to the side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count this stitch. Just want to make sure, because if you're not 100%, undo it. Make sure that this is not going to be counted twice. Okay, so okay, that's going to be 1. So it looks like it's going to be like the other side here. I have 2 that's going to even up on one side, so I'll have 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. It looks like this one's starting to even up with this one here, so that's the one I'm going to use to make my 9th. It's leaning more towards there. Recount 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, make sure you have 9. Then place your markers. And again, we're going to be doing the same as we did for round 5, doing 4 decreases, 1 for each of our markers. For round 6, so we've slip stitched already into our stitch here. So we just do a chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch, then single crochet over. And since you're in this corner space where we do our decreases, you're going to want to stop 1 stitch before the marker, go in, draw up a loop, go in our marked stitch, draw up a loop, and then pull through all 3 loops. And you move your marker out of the way, go into the next stitch here, continue around doing our decreases exactly like we did in round 5. And at the end of this round, round 6, you should have 82 stitches.